Now, the entertainment giant Disney has announced it will be laying off 7,000 employees in CEO Bob Iger's first major decision since he was asked back to lead the company late last year. The layoffs follow similar moves by other US tech giants which have laid off thousands of workers as the economy sours and companies dial back a hiring spurt that began during the height of the pandemic. Earlier on, I spoke to our North America correspondent David Willis. He explained why these cuts are taking place now.
This has everything to do with the so-called streaming wars. Disney's Disney Plus subscription service has faced competition from rivals such as Netflix, Amazon and so on, as a result of which it's had to spend a lot of money on content in order to attract subscribers. And that, of course, has weighed heavily on the bottom line. Indeed, since Disney Plus was launched back in 2019, the company's streaming services have lost about $10 billion, it's been assessed. So it takes a lot of visits to the Magic Kingdom to make up that sort of shortfall, and as a result, even though the theme parks are doing extremely well, the company has announced this plan to try to save $5.5 billion, in part by cutting these 7,000 jobs. I understand that most of these job losses will be in the division that makes films and TV series. So in other words, Disney will cut back on content and concentrate instead on the franchises that have proved so lucrative in the past, such as Star Wars, the Marvel superheroes, and of course Pixar animation.
And David, this does come just after Disney's old boss has returned to the company.
That's right. We're talking about Bob Iger. He led Disney for 15 years, and one of the things he did whilst he was in the CEO position was championed the development of streaming services at Disney, those same services that are under pressure right now. He resigned as CEO in 2020. And then the company's share price fell dramatically, and that led to the ousting of Mr. Iger's hand-picked successor, a man called Bob Chapek, and to Mr. Iger's return last November. And he's been put on contract to run the company now for the next 2 years. But he's under pressure, not only from shareholders, but from a billionaire investor, an activist investor by the name of Nelson Peltz, who has been highly critical of the way that Disney has been run in recent years and is looking to gain a seat on the board. All of this puts pressure on Bob Iger to act. So just 2 months back as CEO, he is cutting these 7,000 jobs, Rich, on top of the more than 30,000 jobs that were cut by Disney a couple of years ago, most of them in its themes park division.